What is up? Big changes. All good news this week. Happy August. It is starting to turn into that time when you'll start seeing pumpkins and stuff everywhere. I know it feels early, but September, October, it'll be here before you know it. This week's viewer mailbag Keep It Up is going to go out to Chet at DPC. He gave us some In Unison love. That's kind of when his last episode was recorded for Memorial Day weekend. So he's got his system back up and running again. He's got another new episode. I got to check that out. But thanks, Chet, for that plug, man. It was awesome to see your recounting of the premiere night. So thank you there.
Weekend actually had the In Unison premiere. So Jeff from Jinx Film, my boy Jeff Lukeski, he had his premiere for his movie this past Friday night at Checker Spot. So that was pretty cool. A little technical difficulties, but he was able to pull it off. Had a nice little red carpet event. Had the table set up. So it was really good. It was really good, and he had a really good turnout. I think there was upwards of like 50 people that showed up. So besides like the actors that were involved and everybody that was involved with the whole production was actually pretty cool to see some people come out and take a look at it.
Movie picks of the week, North by Northwest. First time I've ever seen that, can't believe it. Yeah, it was fucking great. Monsoon Wedding, and away we go. And then To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. Yeah, I finally also saw that too, and it was really funny. Casting and performance updates this Sunday in Baltimore. I'll go see the guys at Wiseman Productions for Programmed for my costume fitting. August 23rd, I'll be a brand ambassador for Gatorade down at the Ripken Experience in Aberdeen, Maryland for Gatorade's Hoop and Hydrate program. So that'll also be the first time ever seeing that Ripken, the Ripken field. So that'll be cool to be there. August 23rd. And the biggest role I've landed in a long time was the seasonal job position at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. I just can't tell you how fucking happy I am, man. There's nothing but positive memories I've had of that place. And I used to go by myself every year since 2018. That was just like my thing of my little annual escape to go up to just Mount Hope, the winery there, and just kick it for 2 or 3 days, just up in that area where it's just quiet. What I'll be doing is more like the grounds maintenance, and eventually, who knows what that could lead to is what it is. Just just to be excited to go there for a full weekend. I couldn't afford to even go there as a guest this year, but now I get to go every weekend to work it, and so I'll just be just ground maintenance, and then I know they audition for character roles in February, so this upcoming, my foot will be in the door, so to speak, and just networking with all these guys, these actors, and just everyone through this period of time, every weekend, starting August 17th through October 27th, that whole Renn Faire season. That's what I was getting into, man. August, it's prime time, man. It's Halloween. It's that fall Renn Fest time. So to be a part of that every weekend is so cool, because I'm thinking about just the alternatives and what can really come out of that. And it's just, but yeah, super excited for that. It started on August 17th. That's when the festival opens. Then I'll have 2 weeks of filming programmed in Baltimore, and then every weekend from there all through Halloween, basically, Pennsylvania Renn Faire to work the grounds, man. As far as news goes, the biggest news of the week though is the pushing back of Chapter 1, and Dylan and I talked. We haven't talked in a while. It's just the way things are going, and I'm proud of him for saying I can't do this right now, instead of slapping something together that he's going to eventually kind of just say, like, I don't have time for this. He identified it early enough. So Sarah and Turner both know it's getting shelved. To push it back into shooting it late September, October. A little more cooler. There's time to location scout without having it feel to be like too much of a rush. And I'm so happy that he just admitted that instead of saying, let's just go ahead and try to figure this out. take some time to breathe. You know, Dylan, if you didn't know, is now working, he's now management in retail, and he could kind of see how with his style, it's hard to leave work at work, and he's still new at this. So he's enough to say, like, it's just too much to put on, and you need at least 90 days in any kind of change of environment, going from Target to where he is now. On top of taking a leadership role, on top of that makes it another level that's hard to step down from. But he's not stopping, and that's what I'm also proud of him. Got to see, like, chapter 1 is not the last that I'm thinking about. Like, he's still continuing with this, what he's passionate about, but he also knows that he has to keep working. Best option, or the most likely scenario, and the best case scenario, is that we were looking at a theatrical trailer with Turner and Sarah to premiere before the Legends of Burkittsville finale in late October. So, and then the chapter 1 to be pushed back into a really sweet Friday the 14th time slot on Valentine's, February 2025. So that just opens up a whole new box of marketing, and since it is kind of it's this quasi attraction love story, but it's Valentine's horror, which is always better than Valentine's love crap. Put it in that perspective is that we could have a snip snap cool teaser trailer with the actors in their get up and their costume for this chapter 1 movie, and try to peg it as a teaser trailer before the premiere of the Legends of Burkittsville cassette 2, the finale of the trilogy, and then look for that sweet spot of pumping it up in January for some February horror, and take it that way. So that's what we're looking at now. Last February we produced the Legends of Burkittsville sequel, and that's how I close this episode off. So once again, great job, Dylan, on realizing that this is a monster to try to pull off a new retail job and leadership role, and doing something else, since your now life has become basically to eat, sleep, work, repeat. And yeah, it's going to take a little bit for you to find that balance, but don't rush it. But I think just stay tuned for a very a really slick outline of the Legends of Burkittsville, the Lonnie Gelrum story so far, of how it fought, like a detailed analysis and a brief synopsis of 3 days before Heather left. Kind of give you the very brief Cliff's Notes of Blair Witch Project, and then what happened on the 98 Dead tapes, and then kind of we'll leave that kind of lingering, and kind of give a brief summary and kind of theory predictions or whatever for cassette 2. So fucking ready to start this job at the Renn Faire, man, and just getting into that vibe of just the music and the tobacco smoke and the incense and the smell of, like, the pickles and the beer, and and just like the attitude around it, you know. It's got a lot of potential, I think, and if it doesn't work out, I know I'm still gonna have a good time every weekend. And but yeah, that's more to come on that. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.